You see, I myself am someone that has got a dream. A bunch of dreams, in fact. And one of them. No, but like, okay, never mind. But I don't know if I said I will not be making another one today about the World Cup, but this is another about World Cup. So basically, went into not knowing shit about football. I still don't know shit about football. I still don't know much about which countries are good or not. I mean, I know a bit more because I've been. there's definitely there's definitely very good way of checking that. But I was just going in here and going in here, so I was like, okay, so I know more or less which countries are solid and which countries are kind of weak. It has been a metric that I've been using to determine who is strong and who is weak. It may not be the best metric, I know, because I guess somebody could have got a very high score in like the last few years, and now they got a terrible team and they fall off. But still, that is something I've been using. I think it's not the worst metric. I also try to watch some stuff to kind of educate myself, but still, I'm not that well informed in terms of um, who is good and who is not. But I've got a dream. I've got a desire. That's a better word. I've got a desire for a few countries. I don't even remember who did I type at the beginning because I've been trying to type to bet on who's going to go out of the group, what's going to be the rankings, or what's going to be the scores of the match. That's probably, and both of those bets were in the same video, and they probably don't even correlate. Like they're probably not going to bring the same results if it was to be correct. Never mind. What is important is that I've been watching a bunch of games, and I've got my favorite countries. I've got my favorite countries that I desire to get out of the group stage and maybe a bit further, okay? Okay, so like here, I'd say Korea and Mexico are fine, but not that much important to me. Here, not really feeling highly connected to anybody. Here, yeah, Morocco and Brazil are fine, but not, and Scotland also, but not that much connected. Haiti is kind of cool, but I didn't see their match, so like they didn't steal my heart because I didn't see how they play. USA, that shit is crazy that they got 4 goals and everything. Still not that invested. And here is the group that I'm actually invested in. He's like probably the most invested I am in terms of the groups. I like Cote d'Ivoire. I love them, and I want them to get out of the group stage. I want them to get out, and I also love Curaçao. This was the first like right now I'm watching games regularly with my mother when there are like small countries like statistically weak countries playing and we shoot them on. That was the first game we did that. Curaçao and Germany, and they scored a goal. That was a mesmerizing moment. So I really want Curaçao to get out of the group stage, and I kind of like all of the countries. I really like Cote d'Ivoire. That's like my second favorite probably in the whole thing, and I like Curaçao very much. Ecuador also is cool, and Germany's, yeah, they're cool. But although I like Ecuador, I want them to kind of lose. And I want both Cote d'Ivoire and Curacao to get out of the group. And how could that be possible, you may ask? If Germany is quite obviously getting out of the first place, or if not, then out of the second. Like, I hope that Cote d'Ivoire is the second place, and Germany's. I mean, I hope that Cote d'Ivoire is getting out of the first place, and Germany out of the second, which is very unlikely based on what I learned. But I want Curacao to get out, and I wanted to for you to hear me out, because I want them to get out. And how much is it possible? First of all, they need to have a third place, and they need to beat Ecuador. And I've been thinking, how is it possible? Because you see, 8 out of 12 countries are getting out, like from the third place. So, in order for Curacao to get out of the group, is to be at least third, which is possible if they can beat Ecuador, because Ecuador is probably going to lose to Germany. And if Curacao will be able to beat Ecuador, they can get out of the group stage. So hear me out, hear me out. They will be having 3 points. They cannot have like other people, other countries with 3 points to be in top, because they are currently at -6. Like that will be hard to beat. So we need at least four countries that have 3 points that can no sorry shit. We need at least 4 countries that will be on third place but have below 3 points, which I've been seeing how possible is that in the first place, and also to the point where I will be satisfied so that my favorites are not losing. Here is the first contender. So we've got, oh shit, what I do? Here is the first contender, not Mexico. Here's the first contender, Group A. And I've been so much hoping that Czechia and South Africa are going to tie today. And it did happen. They did tie. Because now, both of them get only 1 point. So now, in order for them to get out of this group, get out of this third and fourth place, they need to win against Korea or Mexico. And I hope that Korea and Mexico are going to win their matches. So, now, with that being said, even if they tie, both of them, even if both of them ties, they will not have 3 points. So the only chance for Group A to have a third place with more than 3 points is for one of those two to win, which is quite likely that they may not, or at least somewhat likely. And I hope for that, because now we've got one already done, 3 more to go. Here, currently, I'm not satisfied with the fact that the score of this match, who's playing? Bosnia, Switzerland. It was 1-0 as far as I'm concerned. It was 1-0. Oh no, it's 2-0. Okay. So yeah, this may not be it, but still, listen. It's still possible. Okay, it's still possible, because we've got Switzerland winning. They're going to have 3 points. But I still got 3 other countries with 1 point. Even if they if Qatar and Canada tie today, they both are going to have 2 points, which leads to a situation very likely that the third place will have 1 point in general. So we can have 2 groups with third places having 1 point. Okay, it's going great. We are already at Group B. Here, yeah, it's not very I will not get more into it, but based on what I know, based on what I understand about how strong are each teams, that's not very likely to have a third group where we have a third place below 3 points. So we're not going to look at this, but already 2 groups with 2 out of 4 third places that we need. It's possible. The dream is possible. It's getting possible. Okay, Group D: USA, Australia, Turkey, Paraguay. Okay. Here, if Turkey and Paraguay both tie with each other, if Turkey and Paraguay both tie with each other, and then they lose to Australia and USA, they both are ending at 1 point, at one point. So then we've got third group with third place below 3 points. Amazing. Group E. That is the group that we don't look at, because this is the group where we want Curaçao to be at third place with 3 points. So moving on. Group F. I want Japan to get out of the group. I don't feel much like there is much possible. I think Netherlands may win against Tunisia, and I want Japan to win against their other 2 matches. So we're not looking towards that as the group where we have a third place below 3 points. But still, we're already at Group F, and we got 3 out of 4 requirements possible to go. And here is another group where I think is possible. But here is another group where I think is my favorite country up until now. That is Egypt, which not only stole my heart with their game and how they tried hard, in my opinion, but also because if you saw my ranking of shirts, they get one of the best kits. So that is also why I love them. So I want Egypt to be coming out of this group at the first place, which, okay, may sound ridiculous, but they already tied with Belgium. And it was a great game. I've been watching it. It was very intense. I've been very, very towards Egypt. They played a good game. I think they played a better game than Belgium. Somebody may disagree, but I think they did. So, Egypt coming out on the first place, that's fine. We assume that Egypt is going to beat Iran and Egypt is going to beat New Zealand, then Belgium is going to beat Iran and New Zealand. Then we have another country that got Then we have fourth group, where third place is below 3 points, and now requirement is possible. I was going to look farther because I also don't want this group to end like this, because one of the things is that I want Egypt to come out of the first place, or at least just come out of the group for sure. But we've also got Iran, and I kind of want, because I checked it. I may be wrong again, but I may verify it. G and D. I think I checked it correctly. Because if I am correct, if both USA and Iran were to go out of the group at the second place, they would face each other in the round of 32s. And that's something that I kind of want to see. Because that would be an. No, 2G, 2D. Yeah, it's possible. 2G, 2D. It's right. Like, right? 2G, 2D, G. Shit. Uh, my gosh. Back to the topic. I someone wants to see the game between Iran and the USA. And it's not that much about the war. It's just, I mean, it's not that much about the war. It's just because USA government is very much against Iranian team, and they don't like, even though Iran's team plays in USA stadiums, they don't even allow them to play, like to stay in there, and they just allow them to get in there quickly before the match and immediately after the match leave and stay for the rest of the time, stay in Mexico, which I think is very unfair and very uncool. I mean, it's caused by politics, but like my desire to see them face off against each other is not based on politics itself and the whole thing, rather than just this certain thing caused by the politics, because I think that would be very cool if, they get politics into the game and they're trying to give them this advantage. And even though they've got this disadvantage from USA's government, they would manage to not only get out of the group, but also beat USA out of the tournament, which would be a very great story, in my opinion. But besides that, we've got a fourth group where we got a chance of like third place below 3 points, and also I very much want Egypt to get out of this. Then we've got Group H, and as much as that is another group where we have a chance of actually having a third country, a country in the third place be below 3 points based on how the group looks, I still really much want Cape Verde to get out of this group. And if they can win against most likely Saudi Arabia, then they will have 4 points on the third place, possibly, or maybe even second, which will be very, very likely for them to get out. So I won't read this very much. I know that Uruguay is quite better, but I really want this group to be crazy. I really want this group to, like, I don't know, Cabo Verde be on the first place and Saudi Arabia on the second. Very unlikely, I know, but still, that would be crazy. That would be crazy to see that. Like, I'll be looking towards the games of Group H that are left. I just want Cape Verde to win. Okay, here. Yeah, with France, Norway, and Senegal, and Iraq, I think that Senegal is going to beat Iraq and have 3 points. So I don't think that's another group where we have possibility of that happening. But we've got Group J. And here, honestly, I don't know. I don't know that much about those countries. I didn't see much besides the total domination of Argentina against Algeria. And I think Algeria is quite nice. I didn't see the rankings. I think Algeria is quite solid, and Austria may also be quite solid. I think this group is also possible to have like one team on the third place below 3 points. And then Group K, I think maybe. I mean, this group already is unpredictable with Portugal tying against Congo, so I don't know what's going to happen in this group. But I think maybe if it goes properly, there may be another third place. And here, Group L, yeah, Oh no, no, Croatia, no, no, no. Because I want Croatia to get out of the group. Croatia is amazing. Like it's hard to hate Croatia in World Cup, in my opinion. Croatia is like always cool. Like yeah, Croatia is fucking amazing. It's hard to hate on them. So I want them to get out of the group. I want them to win against Ghana and Panama, and Ghana already gets 3 points. So yeah, but you get my point. I think I think that Curaçao may get out